I think that's cool because in a way Poe was writing like satire and he was writing sort of burlesque and vaudeville, and so Roger Corman did that part of, he sort of keyed into that side of Poe, but he was also writing really terrifying, scary, bone-chilling stuff, and I never got scared by those Vincent Price movies.
Yeah.
But like,
He's
it's a cool take on Poe. It's like, that's their dream of Poe and this is our dream of Poe.
Are you scared of your own movie?
It's hard for me to tell because when I'm in them, I just try to, it's hard to take back and look at them. But I think this one's pretty scary. I thought 1408 was pretty scary.
Yeah.
I would love to have a conversation with Stephen King about Edgar Allan Poe because I can only imagine how those two sort of genius minds would have, how Stephen King would have been affected by Poe and what he would have to say about Poe just as a writer, as a guy who does that gothic horror, Fall of the House of Usher could very well be The Shining, in so many ways. I mean, they're both geniuses, but I'm sure.
Well, there's not many characters who could pull off Edgar Allan Poe, so I'm glad that they chose you. I love you. I won't take up any more of your time.
Thank you. And she's wearing a fishbowl shirt.
Hi, I'm a big fan of yours.
Thank you, sir.
In your past couple movies, you didn't use your martial arts skills, you showed them off, and 2012, your co-star, Chiwetel Ejiofor, in his past movies, he did his martial arts talents as well. When you were on the set during downtime of 2012, did you two ever spar?
I kicked his ass. No, I didn't.
I really wish that was true. Sir.
Hi, how you doing? First of all, thank you for doing what you do.
Thank you.
You're entertainment. That's not something everybody can do. Alright. My question is, I noticed in a lot of your movies, you bring to the screen sort of, I'm not going to say the same character, but you generally do kind of the somber, depressed, in pain character. But you also bring comedy to it, which we all love and we can all relate to. And I'm just wondering what your process behind doing that is, or if that just comes naturally.
Somebody asked Edgar Allan Poe, they said, "You're a liar," and he said, "It comes naturally." I think usually it's characters who are, trying to find their way in the world, or characters who are, trying to put themselves against society or against the system are always interesting. And then ultimately then you find out it's sort of man versus himself. So, I don't know, it must be something you're interested in, but I think if you did characters that were like, the Buddha, they'd be boring because they're totally enlightened and they don't have any flaws. So I usually like to do character. I think the drama is what makes people human, and that means that you have to show all their vulnerabilities and shadows and stuff. Or maybe that's just naturally who I am. It's just funny and fucked up.
Hi, John.
Hi.
Bear with me, I have a friend of mine who couldn't be here today and she really wanted to. So I'm going to read you a question from her, if that's okay.
Okay.
Can I have your phone number? And that's for why you think. So that we could have a couple shots of Ezra Brooks chill and just have an intelligent conversation, as those are an endangered species, both conversations and intelligence. They're few and far between. And so how do we encounter people who are worth real time? Like me. So hopefully we can get together.
One question, what is Ezra Pound? Is that
Ezra Brooks.
Ezra Brooks?
It's whiskey.
Oh, okay. Well, tell her I hope to meet her one day.
Hey, John.
Hi.
You have such a good sense of humor, and I was just wondering, what are the chances that you would team up with
some of the people from Hot Tub Time Machine. And doing a sequel to that, or just team up with those guys.
Yeah, it's like, I would do it, it's always the studios that make it hard to make these things. I would do all, the actors always want to do stuff, but we could do it, we'd be like called, we could take it to this era, and it would be Hot Tub Crime Machine. You can really do anything, but I talked about that with those guys, that was really fun.
Nice.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just want to start off by saying I think you're one of the best actors of our generation. Thanks for what you do. And regardless of who disagrees with this, and I think if you do, you should get out of the room. Grosse Point Blank is the greatest black comedy of all time. My question relates directly to that. I know a lot of people will probably disagree with me and say I should be talking about I Only Sky, but the chemistry that came across on the screen between you and Minnie Driver was incredible, and I just would like to ask you what it was like working with her and how she fit into where the idea came from to bring her in for that project.
You know, that was just, we were just, auditioning girls, and she just seemed like she sort of got the sense of humor, which is like sort of a sweet spot where it's kind of a gallows humor. It's definitely black comedy, and you have to be pretty self-aware to do that stuff, And she just has a great, quick mind, and is really fun, and has that edge to her. She just felt right.
Great, thanks again.
Hello,
Hi.
John Cusack. I would like to ask a question.